Okay, I'm back. And as you can see, I awesomely got 70 or 7 out of 7 or 70 points. So my shooting was way better second time. It's actually the third time I played. I don't know what's wrong with me. So now I have the next button. So when you click next, now you're actually going to examine some bullets. Okay, so you've got, as a final test, you'll analyze evidence from a case that we just finished. Innocent bystander was caught in the crossfire. Oh, I think Alexa thinks I'm talking to her. I don't know. Anyway. Or maybe it was my iPad. I don't know. Okay, so you've got one bullet recovered from the victim. And we're trying to take this bullet and match it to one of these 4 guns. These 4 handguns were taken from the suspects. Okay, so we have the physical guns and we have one bullet which was taken from the victim. And we need to figure out which gun this bullet came from. Okay, so you go to next. And first thing we're going to talk about class characteristics of guns and individual characteristics of guns. And we will have already talked about that in the lesson. So hopefully that should come back to a little bit clearer to you. Anyway, so class are specific for certain brands of guns. And then obviously individual are going to take it to an actual individual gun. Okay, remember class just narrows it down and you can see like, oh, that's a brand of gun, a Ruger. And no, that's not a Ruger. It's what's another brand of gun? Yeah, okay. Thank you. Anyway, so I guess it's just more like the brand of gun, or was it a rifle, or was it a shotgun? Well, whatever. And then this is going to be the actual gun. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do, I got to move myself. I'm in the way again. Come down here. So you can rotate. The first thing you want to do, is figure out the caliber. So you've got this ruler and it's centimeters. You're going to come over here and hold it up, and I'm pointing like that helps. It's not a centimeter. It's actually 9 millimeters. You can see, because if I could point, which I can't because I'm holding the ruler, you can see that it's not all the way to the 1 centimeter mark, which would be 9. So it's 9 millimeters. So you're going to click that. It's correct. So we know the caliber. It's a 9 millimeter. So then all 4 guns use 9 millimeter bullets. So that doesn't really help us. So now we want to look at, is it conventional rifling or polygonal rifling? Conventional, which we would have talked about in class, is, well, hopefully I remembered. If I didn't, I'm telling you now. That is the rifling that actually does leave these big, deep scratch or striations. That's going to be conventional rifling. Polygonal rifling actually just leaves, it doesn't make such a deep scratch. It actually is really, really smooth, and it's really hard to see. Usually when we're in class and you actually can hold the bullets in your hand for the conventional rifling, you can feel the scratches, and for the polygonal one, you really can't feel it. It's so smooth, but you can see the little marks. So unfortunately, we don't have the bullets in front of us, but just conventional is like the typical nice deep scratches. Polygonal is just smooth. Okay, so on this one, you can see the scratches. So I know that this one is conventional. That is correct. And the rifling, okay, only the 2 Taurus guns and the Smith & Wesson have conventional. So we can eliminate what the other one was. I don't remember. So now we want to count the rifling. So here's 1 scratch, 2 scratch, 3 scratch. And when I rotate this, 4 scratch, 5 scratch, 6 scratch. So I'm seeing 6 rifling marks. Okay, by turning the bullet, you can count the rifling marks. And we do this in class with actual bullets when we're actually in class together. So I really wanted you to get this experience. Okay, so the Car and the 2 Taurus guns have 6 rifling grooves, and the Smith & Wesson has 5. So do we know which type of gun fired the bullet? The Car and the 2 Taurus. Oops. I already forgot. Okay, they were all 9 millimeter. It's not the polygonal. It can either be the Taurus or it can be, it can only be the Taurus, because this one was polygonal with 6 and this one was conventional with 5. So just the Taurus is the only one. Okay, so anyway, you kind of get the gist of it. Now that you've got it down to 2, but you don't know which one. So now you're going to actually, this next part is actually even the hardest part. You're going to test each gun in the water tank. You pick which one you want to test. They're going to shoot it in the water tank. And then you're going to take the test bullet, the one that's the known bullet from this gun, because you just fired it there in the police lab into a tank. Sometimes they shoot it into gel. Sometimes it goes into a tank. They're going to take that bullet and with a comparison microscope, you're going to put them side by side, and you actually get to do this and turn it, and you have to focus it. Just play around a little bit if you get stuck. I don't really want to give everything else away. I want you guys to try to play around and see if you can figure it out. And you're going to line it up and see if the exact same scratches, and you'll be able to finish it and figure out which bullet it was. But I'm not going to show you anymore because I've already shown you way too much. It's just a little bit of a harder one to do, but you guys are smart and you can do it. And I wish we were all together doing this in class, and I'm so sorry. And I love you guys and I miss you guys. And that is all. Bye.